Mike, you just felt like you guys were on your heels from the start and never fully recovered. I mean, how would you assess what you saw this afternoon?
Exactly like you said it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got out-competed from the drop of the puck.
Is that, I mean, JT just called it a will thing. I mean, do you just look at it as effort or, because of the little amount of time that you have possession and being able to break out cleanly and all that, do you see more execution issues with that as well?
It's all of the above.
Yeah.
It's all of the above, but there's got to be a willingness and a want to be first to pucks, to embrace physicality. We knew the type of game it was going to be. That team, they've got hard skill, they compete and they skate, and that was the kind of game that it was going to be. And I don't think we had the wherewithal to match the intensity. And so I just felt like we lost puck battles all over the rink, and it's hard to establish any sort of game that you want to play if you don't win puck battles.
Do you have a report on Adam Fox?
He's being evaluated for an upper body injury right now.
Can you tell how a game is going to go from like the first 10 minutes? Obviously, the shot count was very low in today's game, but you guys are still in a one-goal game when it's the third. It may not have seemed like everyone had their juice going. What's the messaging there when you can visibly see it's not clicking?
Well, the messaging is just to hang in there. There's going to be nights when you're not going to have your best game, but you got to find ways to compete. I thought we had a push in the second period, the second half of the second period. We had a fair amount of zone time. I don't think we shot the puck nearly enough. We're always looking for the next best play, and instead of getting people inside and getting to the blue paint, and delivering pucks to the net and creating some opportunity off the shot, I don't think we create off the shot nearly enough as we should. And as a result, we don't force teams to have to defend the inside of the ice. I think if we did, we get on the power play more. I think there'd be more opportunity there. We've got to have a willingness to go there more. And I thought we had a push in the second period. The second half of the period, we had some, significant ozone time, but we didn't get inside enough. We didn't get the puck there. We didn't get people there, and that's something that we got to get better at.
Kill off the penalty at the beginning of the third period, and they score right after. In that moment, did you feel like that was deflating for your team coming out today?
Yeah, it was. It was because we kill. They obviously have a dangerous group there on the power play, and we kill it off. We get back to 5-on-5, and then they get one off the rush there. Just attention to detail, and we got numbers back, and we just don't defend it the right way. So, but we've got to find a way to push back. The reality is we didn't have our best. Clearly, that was I'm stating the obvious there, but it's a one-goal game, and you got an opportunity to get something out of it. We got to find a way to do it.
Like with how extreme the road humps was have been, when you're going to a game at home or on the road, is that history, do you think, carrying over on their minds or the recent history?
I don't think it was today.
Like the second Hagel goal, it seemed like in a flash it goes from you guys having possession, coming in on the rush to them coming right back. From your vantage point, what do you see go wrong on that play?
I'm trying to recall it. Refresh my memory.
Lafreniere had the puck on the right wing, I believe. And
Oh yeah.
Tries to dump it, and then their goalie gets it, and next Hagel gets kind of behind your whole defense.
Yeah, I didn't think we had to dump it. I thought we should have challenged off the rush there. We're trying to encourage Laf to challenge people, hang on to pucks, go wide, force that guy to have to defend you. That's what we're talking about, right? And as far as establishing the game that we're trying to play a little bit more, I didn't think we had to put that one in. We put it in, but then, we don't go in with any sort of structure. They make one play, it goes by us, I just think it boils down to, it's execution and then it's attention to detail. But I just felt like, in that particular instance, I would have liked to have seen Laf hang on to that puck and challenge wide. And if he runs out of room, he can always lay it behind. We can bring people to it, and now we can create some zone time. I felt like tonight there was a fair amount of times we just gave it back to him when we didn't have to.
What's the level of disappointment coming off of the 3-game winning streak that you guys had? Felt like you're building some momentum, and then I guess how do you explain or how do you address a night where you're saying you felt like the effort wasn't there?
Yeah, well, that's something obviously that I'll discuss with my coaching staff moving forward. I mean, obviously, our expectation is higher. I don't think the players by any stretch have intentions of getting out competed. Obviously, we've got to find a way to take more pride in that, and and that's something that we've got to work through as a group.